Alright, so I went to my garage the other day to look for some random parts for my toys. I was trying to find my backer for my Trimester 98 Godzilla that you push the buttons on him and he like stomps and everything makes sounds and stuff. So I was thinking about doing him in a video. Funny thing is, I found a part for this guy that I thought I was missing forever, which is the Trimester 98 Godzilla, which what this thing does, and I was originally missing, is inside of his mouth, he has a little gimmick.
Wait, how'd you find this in a box?
Yeah, good question. I was just like, hey, it's a blue missile. Hey, I think I might know what this goes to. And yep. Fits right inside this bad boy's mouth.
I'm confused. That Godzilla didn't have any like atomic breath or anything like that.
Don't question this.
He had like a fishy breath.
He did have a fishy breath, but the toys had atomic breath. That's why he had a hole in his mouth.
That's the missile that's sticking out?
Yeah.
Man, what an epic design that was.
Listen to Brangers, welcome to the Geek Chest. My name's Steve.
My name's Arnes.
And today we're going over another anime feature film, Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust, because since we already did the first one, might as well finish it off. Because there's sadly only 2 movies.
Really? How many mangas is there? Or novels?
Novels? It's in the 20s.
Where's my 20 movies at?
I know, right? Though I guess they're actually putting out a TV series for it. This year, I should say now, since it's actually January.
Oh, God, it is, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 2016. We're getting older.
Steve, what did we do in 2015? What did we accomplish?
Actually, quite a bit.
Okay, I'm satisfied with that answer.
I was like, Super's actually doing way better than I thought I was going to. This channel, not as much, but whatever.
Why aren't you subscribed yet?
With the TV series, I guess, is coming, it's going to be more geared towards stateside fans, not Japanese fans.
Okay, so it's already winning.
Oh, whatever. But then again, I guess this movie was also geared towards an American audience.
Exactly. And this movie is so much better than the original.
I'll give you that one. But the TV series is supposed to be an hour long. It's either going to be on one of the cable channels or probably streaming on like Hulu or Netflix or something.
It's okay. I will still have it.
I'll still watch it. I'll still buy the seasons. For the plot of this anime, Count Meyer ends up kidnapping Charlotte that you get to see at the beginning of the film. Charlotte's family ends up hiring Vampire Hunter D and the Marcus brothers to hunt down Count Meyer before he can turn Charlotte into a vampire.
Wait. There's a few things I missed here. He didn't kidnap her.
At the beginning, they did.
And he didn't want to turn her into a vampire.
They didn't know that. They don't know that either. Spoilers, no! It's not like we ever talk about them. I think it's all we do. We do just spoiler-free stuff. No, we don't.
Okay. I got the spoiler-free version. It's an anime about a vampire, vampire hunters, vampire half-a-hunter, and a girl. The end.
10 out of 10.
I know, right? Enjoy that, you spoiler-free people.
Yeah, even though you already ruined it, so we're already past that point. But for the plot of this anime, I actually really like this one a little bit more than the original Vampire Hunter D.
Wait, what? But this one didn't have the 80s nipples, man.
There's like one shot towards the end.
But it wasn't. It wasn't 80s. It wasn't.
What's her name? Carmilla. I know it wasn't the Milk Duds. It actually had like some definition. I'm sorry.
You're failing me, Steve.
So if you guys were in it for the nudity, you're gonna be a little bit disappointed. But then again, a lot of the girls in this look very pretty and wore skin tight outfits. It's pretty much a pretty cohesive plot from beginning to end. You know what's happening. You know what's going on through the entirety of it. It doesn't really jump or skip a whole lot of beats. And it sticks pretty closely to the original book for the most part.
I never read the book, so...
Yeah, it doesn't go quite as dark side as the book did.
Like?
Especially with Layla's arc. Well, in this, everybody on the Marcus Brothers family side, they're all pretty much there for the team. Pretty much how you expect a group of vampire hunters to be, where they're all pretty much in it to help each other out.
Team players?
Yep, team players. All appreciate each other. Don't single out one single person and do inappropriate things to them repeatedly.
What?
Yeah, because in the original book, Layla was more of their sex slave while also being a part of their vampire hunting crew.
Where's this movie at?
All right. Even, what's his face? The guy that was in the bed? He got in on that action.
But how? He can't even move.
Yeah, she just got in bed with him. He just climbed on top of her. Yeah, the book's really bad in terms of that part, but
What? I feel like I missed out on something here.
No, it's okay. I'm glad they actually left that out of this movie because it's already Vampire Hunter D is a little bit of a darker film, and it didn't really need that for me. And it's not really saying the original one didn't hit the same beats as the book did either. I just feel like for the original one, it jumps around a lot. It doesn't really explain things in its entirety like how this film does.
So it's like the 80s action movies?
Yeah, kind of. You just kind of just go with it when you're watching the original Vampire Hunter D, which isn't saying that's a bad thing. Like, it still works. It's still a visually pretty movie. But then again, the visuals in this movie are like, oh,
You got attacked.
so good. See, this is how good this... Everybody's just falling over heads over heels for this movie's animation. It's amazing. Some of the best. I love this studio. They also did, I believe they did Ninja Scroll and also the Highlander anime, which is also really good.
Never seen the Highlander. Seen the Ninja Scroll.
It's actually pretty good. It's actually one of the better Highlander movies. Which is saying something.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, that's new.
I'd say it's about as good as 2.
Ooh.
But yeah, it's one of the most visually awesome movies, and it's all hand drawn for the most, like pretty much the majority of the film. You don't really get any CG in it. Which, God, I wish they would go back to that. Please? Like, I started rewatching Sailor Moon, the original series, after watching Crystal. And I thought Crystal looked pretty good, because it's newer. But the one thing that always kind of threw me off is, like, when they do the transformation, it goes to CG. And when you watch the original one, it's all hand-drawn. You're just like, why couldn't I have that? That looks so much better. I know that one's technically cheaper to probably do, but that one just looks way better. Just like in this Vampire Hunter D movie. Just looks way better. And also what I love about the visual style for in this anime too, is unlike the original film, where it definitely is inspired by some of the visuals in the book, but I feel like it more hits the same trends as, say, just most horror movies more than what they were trying to go for in the books. Where it's like a futuristic apocalypse and not a horror movie. With like creepy castles and being on a farm and stuff. Like, they implied some of the cybernetics and like the more futuristic tech that they would use. But it isn't showcased as well in the original. Well, in this one, you get some like awesome vista shots of like the satellite structures that have actually crashed back into Earth. And like Dio be like riding past it on his horse. You get to see like all the sunken ruins. And they go into like the town and there's that stupid huge whatever tank cross vehicle that was. What? You get the cybernetic horses. You get to go see like all the electrical plants, like where they have the one fight scene where it's also a disheveled mess. And it's just, everything's so pretty. So pretty.
I wish they would have did that on an original movie, you know?
Yeah, but then again, it's like the 80s, so it's kind of hard to really get that into every single shot, I guess.
Yeah.
Also, that movie's really dark. Like, if you watch that film, like, it's just a dark, right? Dark as, I mean, they use a lot of blacks. Not the theme.
I was about to say, yeah, that wasn't that bad.
Well, in this one, it's actually very colorful. Like, they have, like, a lot of scenes in the day, which is really cool. And while what's cool, too, is when they have, like, the day shots, everything's bright, everyone's colorful, even the Marcus brothers and whatnot. And then when you see D, he's just like the blackest thing on the screen.
Works out.
Yeah, it's fine. Like, that's the way it should be. Another part of the plot that I didn't really care for is towards the end, it kind of goes pretty quickly, though.
The ending?
Yeah, because essentially when they fight the 2 Barbaros bad guys,
yeah,
out of the 3, they actually spent some time fighting the Bengi and whatever the girl's name was. That could, like, absorb into materials.
Yeah, the tree lady.
Yeah, the tree lady. And then, once they hit the werewolf, they actually went through him really quick. Like, he got to have his, like, one moment to shine when he's fighting the, I don't know if it's the eldest Market brother, but the one that shot the bows.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets his, like, moment to shine with him, but, like, D, it's just like, Pcha! Done.
Well, it's not just that. Even, like, the final battle was, like...
Yeah, it's quick. Yeah, because he fights Count Meyer at the end of, once they finally defeat Carmilla.
Yeah.
Which also goes by really quick.
You know what was
and then there's, like, a couple of swings. Ring falls to the ground. He's like, I just need this as payment, and leaves.
You know what was disappointing? This first time when I saw the Count, I thought he was just, like, a regular person, like, driving a carriage, you know? I don't know, like, God, I was like...
Oh, but that scene's so badass, so, like, D drops on the carriage, he just looks back, like, all pissed off. So what are you doing on this, you filthy animal?
I was actually kind of disappointed by it. Then when I found out it was him, I was like, God, he's like that weak. Like this guy's supposed to be some.
Well, he's like a badass, but then again, D's D.
You know, it just doesn't sound right. You talking like that. He's just a D.
He's just the D. Yeah, even in the books, like when he's fighting like gigantic monsters or monsters that like nobody can defeat and whatnot, D finds a way.
Well, isn't that like his premises though? Like his like persona, as you might say, he's just.
Well, essentially, he's the kid to the strongest vampire ever.
Yeah.
So it's just, of course, he's going to be super powerful as well.
He's only half though.
That's all he needs. It's like Blade. Blade's only half, but he still seems to beat every other vampire. Even Ron Perlman.
But he power bombs that guy.
It's a suplex. That part's awesome, though. We should do that movie. I really like that one.
But if we do one Blade, we gotta do all three of them, including Triple H.
No.
Yes.
We're not doing Blade Trinity.
Wait.
We just forget that one. I'm just fine with doing two.
And we got
two's the only one I really count. One's okay.
And we gotta do the TV series with like 7.
But I never even seen that.
With like 7 episodes before it got canceled.
I was just saying, it didn't even look good. There's an animated one. I remember we played on G4 back when that was a thing.
You remember how like when we sat down, we were like, we're gonna do this anime, we're gonna go straight in the line. We were just like.
I think people just already come to expect that now. Like when we start talking about anime, we're gonna go like, man, this thing is super sweet over here.
Oh, hey, how's it going, buddy?
I missed you. Bam.
Oh, in the trash can where it belongs.
No. And even though I really love the plot for this anime, it's also still kind of by the numbers where it's more of a video game. Where essentially, you have a reason to be in the movie, and then the movie just proceeds to become a bunch of boss battles till we get to the end.
I'm alright with that.
I'm fine with it. I'm just saying, for some people that want something that's a little bit deeper, you might not find it in this anime.
By deeper, you mean, oh man, he stops at this house and meets this character, and he stops at this shop and meets this. No, it's fine.
Yeah, you only really have like any kind of connection with Layla and Dee in this for the most part. But like even like the whole Count and Charlotte thing, like they're supposed to be in love, and he didn't kidnap her, and she went willingly, and I just don't really care.
It's okay. You're watching this anime for him, not for them.
Yeah, I'm more just like it. Yeah, as I say, I'm more interested in just how Dee's going to get through this movie, more so than the other side characters involved in it. But then again, most of the side characters are actually cool. Like, I still like the Marcus brothers in this. Like, they were all neat. We have Layla, Borgoff, Kyle, Grove, and Nolt. I totally didn't have this phone and just go put the list. I'm like, sweet. Some of the, like, Borgoff, like, you're going to remember that name?
What was it?
Exactly.
Borgoff?
And Nolt was the sickly guy.
I'm surprised you even remember that part.
Yeah, Kyle's the guy that used the weird blade boomerangs. And then Grove was the one with the giant mallet with a stake on it.
My favorite guy that died, like, fast.
Well, the funny thing is, they show how awesome they are. The D just kind of shows up. They're like, oh, we helped him. And then for the rest of the anime, you just see the Marcus brothers not really accomplish a whole lot.
Yeah.
Like, they beat, what's his name, Bengi? They beat him, but that's really about it. Well, I guess technically Layla beats the tree girl, too. But essentially, like, when you see it, like, they don't really do anything to Bengi right off the bat. Like, he actually kills Grove. And then later on, Kyle and, Borgoff, trying to say that right, get the best of them. But they are still up. Like, they're cool. Like, especially, like, when, Borgoff's using the bows in the city, and there was like that, or the town, the one like zombie vampire thing's trying to get away. He's like, wait. You just see the arrow just. You just hear the monster cry in the distance. Yeah, like that's cool. Like he's like the coolest of the characters. But then again, like pretty much everybody that uses bows are cool. And Layla, for being pretty much our other main character in this, like she was cool. Overall, another one of those like strong women that Dee helps, who's kind of good, but yet again doesn't really do a whole lot of awesome things in this anime either. Other than ride a bike, shoot a missile, and beat one of the monsters. Does a lot of, wah, my childhood was rough. Wah, they need to go to outer space. Wah, they did it.
Wah, nobody's gonna remember me. Wah, I want a family after this.
I want flowers. I love that it does have a happy ending. Well, kind of happy. Where you're like, okay, that's kind of sweet, even though all the characters are dead. They make you try to forget about that.
That was kind of the cool part.
Did you know Grandma? I was just making sure she's getting flowers. That's all I'm here for. I didn't even bring any.
Yeah, you did, cheap bastard.
Or, yeah, he just kind of stood up at the distance like, where were you going to leave? You didn't have anything.
I just wanted her to be
He's
remembered.
a dick.
That's since his name. God, Steve.
Oh. Well, like I said, the Count, visually, cool. They do a lot of neat stuff, like aesthetically, he looks awesome. But, again, character-wise, not a whole lot really there. He's just in love with Charlotte, wants to get to a spaceship.
Doesn't want to turn her into a vampire.
Yep.
He wants to preserve her
Yeah.
innocence.
Yeah, Charlotte wants to become a vampire. Well, wants to be closer to him. So she says it's okay. That's really the only major character dynamic we get
Gross.
with her.
You know what this starting to sound like? Twilight.
No.
Oh, God.
Nobody
yeah.
sparkles, even though everybody's super pretty. So, it's kind of, no.
Yeah,
I'm not going to start thinking about it.
Yeah.
No.
You think about this plot.
And the bad guys, like, my favorite's probably Caroline.
Coraline?
At least visually, I think she's the coolest one.
Coraline?
Caroline.
Coraline.
It's with an A, not an O.
Sounds like a movie I saw before.
See what I got to deal with? Because I really like how she could kind of like mold herself into things, and she took out the tank because she molded with the metal and then shot spikes throughout the tank. That was cool, even though I don't understand how she didn't kill anybody. Especially since she controlled where the spikes went. You think at least she could have got the cripple.
No?
Nope, she failed on that part too.
All the bad guys in this storyline suck.
They were only Benki really got anything accomplished. Well, technically, freaking A, the werewolf guy. He kills Kyle.
Yeah, that's true.
He gets like a roar and then takes out Borgoff's eye, which he doesn't get it back later when he becomes a vampire.
God, stop spoiling stuff, Steve. God.
It's fine. They know this.
And what are we, like 30 minutes into this anime talk? I'm pretty sure nobody's watched it this far anyway.
Yeah,
it's okay.
And then again, we already kind of touched on it, but the animation of this is amazing. Love everything about it. Top notch. Definitely, actually, probably one of the most visually appeasing animes I've ever seen.
That is sad, and yet that is so true. Especially since this was made, what, in 97?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 97.
Like, what the...
Well, this is back in the day when everything was hand-drawn, so, like, automatically it already looks better than most anything else that comes out nowadays. And it's also because, like, even the fight scenes, like, even though they're fairly brief for, like, the action that's going on, it's not like Dragon Ball Z or Bleach where it's, like, swinging swords, like
2.5 seasons later?
Yeah, 2 seasons later, you finally get somebody, like, one of the guys actually gets a hit in. And they finally defeat somebody. No, it doesn't take that long to do. But all the hits feel very impactful in this. Like, everything is fluid, has a purpose. You kind of feel it when actually something comes into contact, even when, like, the bolts are hitting in the monsters and whatnot.
Yeah.
And, like, the blades flying around. Like, even the sound of this anime is super good.
I miss animes like this, Steve.
I know. That's why I brought up the Sailor Moon. Like, the Sailor Moon anime is older, and you think the newer one would be better. I just appreciate the older one more. I think it even looks better. The character models are just more appealing to me.
We should do Sailor Moon.
We should.
Oh, God, I gotta watch all those seasons again?
It's okay, I do too. I'm not that far into it. And for this anime, I feel like you could just watch it just for visuals only and appreciate this anime for what it is.
You don't even have
I feel like the plot and all the characters is just a bonus.
Yeah. You don't even have to get, like, into the story. Just, like, zone out and just watch it, like, the show itself, and you'll be fine with it.
Yeah, but then again, because like there's like some people who are like, this one girl I dated where she wasn't really into anime and she wasn't really into dark stuff, kind of like Vampire Hunter D. She still found this anime interesting just on a visual aspect.
Because it was the first sequel or the first episode or the first movie, you might want to say, to the Twilight.
Get out of my room. And then for people like, say, my wife, who was actually into anime but didn't really watch these darker ones, I got her into this and now she loves Vampire Hunter D. Even got the mangas. So in the end, I definitely recommend Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust to you guys. Definitely a visually awesome anime. The plot's pretty good. Like the characters overall. Some are definitely a little bit more developed than others. But hey, can't be perfect.
I like that I actually loved it a lot more than I thought it would. Because, like, after watching the first one, I was semi-disappointed, but I still enjoyed it. You know, and then I watched this, and I was like, it's just an improvement overall.
But anyways, what did you guys think of Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust? Please let us know in the comment section below if you guys enjoyed this anime, and help us defeat those kaijus by hitting that like button, or I guess vampires. Subscribe to become a ranger today, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, bye.
Steve will be sparkling in this video.
Oh.